She spent years pretending to be the perfect wife. Until her husband opened that email. The one with the hotel receipts. The photos. And the signed confession from her best friend. You know how every couple has that story? The how we met tale they trot out at dinner parties? For Emma and Michael, it was the kind of meet-cute that made single people groan. College sophomores. Rainy October night. Emma's car died outside the 24-hour laundromat where Michael was folding his sad bachelor socks. He jumper cabled her car. She bought him terrible gas station coffee as thanks. 2 weeks later? Inseparable. 10 years later, they were that couple. The ones with the Pinterest-worthy kitchen and the matching Christmas pajamas. The kind of marriage where people would say, if they ever split, I'm giving up on love. But here's the thing no one tells you about picture-perfect marriages. Sometimes the frame is rotting behind the glass. Emma hadn't meant to start lying. It began small, the way these things always do. Working late again, she'd text Michael while sipping Chardonnay at the bar with coworkers. Just grabbing groceries, as she detoured past the mall for an hour of blissful solitude. White lies. Harmless lies. The kind we all tell to carve out tiny pockets of freedom in lives that feel increasingly suffocating. Then came Tuesday, March 14th. A date that would later burn itself into Michael's memory like a brand. Emma's phone buzzed face up on the kitchen island while she made the kids' lunches. One notification. Miss you. 8 p.m. tonight? Now, a normal person might have thought, college friend? Work contact? But Michael knew every one of Emma's friends. And none were named J. Mr. He could have asked. Should have asked. But something in the way Emma flinched when she saw the message, that split-second panic before she schooled her features, told him this wasn't a conversation for the Cheerio-strewn breakfast table. So he waited. Watched as Emma developed new habits over the next month. Suddenly needing to return library books at 9 p.m. Accidentally silencing her phone during girls' nights. That new lavender perfume she swore was just a sample. The lies were still small. But now they had teeth. Then came the Thursday that changed everything. Michael was tucking in their daughter when Emma's iPad lit up with an incoming FaceTime. The caller ID made his blood freeze. 7:30 red heart. He didn't pick up. Didn't confront her. Just stood there in the glow of that little heart emoji, realizing. This wasn't boredom. This wasn't a phase. This was a second life. And the truly terrifying part? Emma was good at it. The way she'd kiss Michael goodbye while secretly counting minutes until she saw him. How she could laugh at Michael's jokes while mentally replaying some secret moment with her lover. The double-layered reality of her days, wife and mother on the surface, someone else entirely beneath. But here's what Emma forgot. Michael hadn't fallen in love with her because she was beautiful or charming. He'd fallen for her mind. For the way she could solve problems before other people saw them coming. And now? That brilliant mind was about to become her biggest liability. Remember that iPad call with the little heart emoji? That was the moment Michael's stomach dropped through the floor. But here's what he did next that wrecked me. He didn't scream. Didn't throw things. Just what? For 3 weeks straight, Michael became a silent detective in his own marriage. And honey? What he uncovered was worse than any of us could have imagined. It started with their phone bill. One rainy Tuesday, Michael accidentally logged into their family plan account. Scrolled through Emma's calls. And there it was, a number labeled Mom's Spa Day in the contacts. But the area code? Orlando. Where Emma's college ex, Jared, had moved after graduation. Funny, Michael thought, since Emma's mom lives in Chicago. His hands shook so hard he spilled coffee on their wedding photo. Then came the Thursday Emma forgot her gym bag. Michael went to zip it up for her, when clink. A silver key fell out. Not their house key. Not her car key. A tiny locker key with #247 scratched on the back. The kind they use at those 24-hour storage places off the highway. Baby, Michael called after her, holding it up. What's this for? Emma froze mid-step. That half-second pause told him everything. Oh, that's from my old office. Totally forgot to return it. Her voice was too high. Her smile too quick. Michael nodded like he believed her. Then Googled storage units near Jared's apartment, but the real dagger came 2 nights later. Emma was in the shower when her MacBook dinged with a Slack notification. Jared, secret into getaways, can't wait for Saturday. Bring the red lingerie. Michael's vision went white. He clicked open Slack, and there it was. An entire secret workspace called Project Home Reno. How domestic of them. Hundreds of messages. I miss your laugh. When can we stop hiding? Tell Michael you're visiting your sister again. And the worst one? Emma's reply from last night while curled up beside Michael in bed. I'll file divorce papers after the Bahamas trip. He'd never suspect it there. The shower stopped. Michael slammed the laptop shut, just as Emma walked in, towel drying her hair. Who were you texting? She asked, nodding at his clenched fists. Michael forced a smile. Just work stuff. And for the first time in their marriage? He was the one lying. What happened next? Michael installed a location tracker on Emma's car. Not to catch her, to confirm what he already knew. The next girls' night? Emma's that didn't go to Sarah's apartment downtown. It parked at the sleep-in off Route 9 for 4 hours and 17 minutes. Michael sat in that parking lot the whole time, watching room 214's light flicker through cheap curtains, counting every minute until his wife re-emerged, with smudged lipstick and the same flushed cheeks she used to get after their early dates. But here's the moment that shattered him. While helping Emma clean out the attic, Michael found a buried shoebox. Inside, ticket stubs from Jared's band's concerts, dried flowers from what looked like recent dates, and a stack of printed selfies Emma and Jared wrapped around each other in hotel mirrors, wearing the necklace Michael gave her last anniversary. The timestamp? 2 days after their son's birthday party. That's when Michael realized Emma hadn't just cheated. She'd replaced him in their own love story. Now, most men would have burned the house down. Not Michael. He took one photo of the evidence, put everything back exactly as he found it, and started drafting 3 emails. To their divorce lawyer, subject, emergency filing. To HR at Emma's job, attaching those Slack logs. To Jared's wife with the sleep-in timestamps. All sitting in his drafts folder, waiting for the perfect moment to hit send. Michael didn't just want revenge. He wanted Emma to marinate in her own lies before the axe fell. So for 30 excruciating days, he played the perfect devoted husband. Brought her coffee in bed every morning, extra cream, no sugar, just how she liked it. Surprised her with romantic gifts, including that $850 necklace she'd eyed for months. Even suggested couples therapy. I want us to reconnect, baby. All while secretly, heavy checkmarks transferring their savings to an offshore account. Heavy checkmark documenting every lie with timestamps, including her, I'm at my mom's, texts while at Jared's. Heavy checkmark meeting with the best divorce attorney in town. I want her to feel this for years. The night before D-Day? Michael cooked Emma's favorite meal, garlic butter shrimp pasta, and casually mentioned, I booked us a surprise trip to the Bahamas next month. Just like our honeymoon. Emma's fork clattered against her plate. That's amazing, she stammered, already mentally canceling plans with Jared. Michael smiled. The trap was set. 3 things happened simultaneously at 9:15 a.m. on June 3rd. Keycap 1 at Emma's office. Her HR manager called her into a glass-walled conference room where 2 security guards stood waiting. Your Slack activity violates our morality clause, HR said, sliding over printed screenshots of Project Home Reno. Fired on the spot. Keycap 2 at Jared's house. His wife Marissa, a no-nonsense nurse, served him divorce papers along with hotel receipts. The selfie with Emma wearing her favorite perfume. A handwritten note. Say hi to your mom for me, she helped gather evidence. Keycap 3 at the bank. Michael closed every joint account, including the one funding Emma's storage locker. By noon, Emma was sitting on a bench outside her former office, staring at 37 missed calls when her phone buzzed. Mobile phone Michael, check your email, sweetheart. The documents, cold hard karma. The email contained 4 attachments. Divorce papers, citing adultery, which matters in their state. A spreadsheet of every dollar she'd spent on Jared, even the $12 smoothie. A video compilation of her lies, security footage, receipts, even audio clips. A single photo, Michael smiling on their wedding day with the caption, "Hope he was worth it." But the real masterpiece? The storage locker key she'd lied about? Michael had paid for 6 more months, then reported the contents as abandoned after she couldn't access the account. Emma's secret treasure trove of love letters and lingerie? Auctioned off to the highest bidder. Here's where it gets really satisfying. The social media storm. Michael's sister, a viral TikTok lawyer, posted a tasteful timeline of events. Result? Emma's Instagram flooded with envelope homewrecker DMs. Thumbs down light skin tone former friends untagging her in photos. Broken heart even her hairdresser canceling appointments. I don't do cheaters highlights. Michael waited exactly 730 days to post his own update. A sunset photo holding hands with someone new, a brilliant pediatric surgeon named Daniel. Caption? Turns out karma delivers, but so does DoorDash. Sushi tonight? Emma? She liked the post at 2:17 a.m. Then applied for a job at Daniel's hospital the next day. She didn't get it. The financial ruin. With no job plus a morality clause firing, Emma couldn't even get hired at Starbucks. She ended up selling the car Jared gave her. It was leased anyway. Moving into her parents' basement, who didn't speak to her for months. Using her last $200 to change her phone number. He reconciled with his wife after 6 months of working on himself, groveling. Posted a family Christmas card with the caption, "Sometimes you have to lose everything to appreciate what you had." Emma's phone buzzed at 5:03 a.m. A LinkedIn notification. Daniel Rosen, MD, just posted an update. There was Michael's tanned fingers intertwined with Daniel's on a Santorini balcony. The caption burned worse than the sunrise through her basement window. When you stop settling for breadcrumbs, the universe serves you a banquet. Her throat tightened. This was the man who used to whisper, "You're my always," into her hair after nightmares. Now he was someone else's banquet. Across the room, her $29 Walmart suitcase yawned open, packed for another job interview she wouldn't get. Knock knock. Her mother stood in the doorway holding a printed Indeed.com listing. Cafeteria cashier, St. Vincent's Hospital, Daniel's hospital. "They're hiring," her mom said, voice dripping with pity. Emma's fingers trembled as she reached for it. The paper smelled like ink and shamed-us tea. Vincent's lobby reeked of antiseptic and fresh coffee. Emma straightened her thrift store blazer when Daniel himself stepped off the elevator. Sharp jaw. Crisp white coat. Michael's laugh echoing beside him. For 3 seconds, their eyes locked. Daniel's smile didn't falter as he murmured to the receptionist, "She's here for the cashier role? How fitting." The interview lasted 7 minutes. "Why'd you leave your last job?" the manager asked, already scrolling through her termination file. Emma's mouth opened, just as the PA system crackled. Dr. Rosen 2 or 4, stat. Through the glass, she watched Daniel sprint down the hall, the same way Michael used to run to her during college thunderstorms. "We'll call you," the manager said, sliding her resume into the shredder bin. Rain smeared the bus windows like tears she wouldn't cry. Her phone lit up. Mobile phone Jared, 2 years too late. Marissa left me. "You up?" Emma stared at their last texts. "Meet me at the sleep-in? March 14th, 1:22 p.m. He knows. March 14th, 9:15 p.m. She blocked him. Across the aisle, a toddler dropped his ice cream cone. His wail cracked something open in Emma's chest. "This is what you gave up," the universe seemed to whisper. Bedtime stories. Sticky fingers. Someone to hold when the world burns. The bus brakes hissed. Her stop. The basement walls were papered with half-finished crossword puzzles, Michael's hobby. A 10-year anniversary. Savings jar, $0 inside. That fucking Bahamas brochure. Her laptop pinged. The Facebook memory. 4 years ago today. Michael nuzzling her pregnant belly at the baby shower. Emma slammed it shut. Knock knock. Her father stood holding a thin envelope. "From the lawyer." Final divorce decree. The papers felt heavier than their 14-year marriage. One line gutted her. Petitioner, Michael, awarded full ownership of marital home due to respondents, Emma, dissipation of assets for extramarital activities. Translation. You blew our life on hotel rooms, so I get the kids' treehouse. Her dad cleared his throat. Your mother and we found you a studio apartment. A downgrade from the basement. Emma nodded, already calculating how many $12 smoothies equaled first month's rent. The eviction notice came on a Tuesday. As Emma packed her fourth life into boxes, she found it. A water-stained journal from marriage counseling. Michael's handwriting leapt off the page. Emma's tells when she lies. 1. Plays with her necklace. 2. Overexplains. 3. Says, honestly. Flipping further. If I'm enough, why does she need him? July 12th. Bought Jared's band tickets to surprise her. She'll say it's work. July 4th. Circled violently. Then the last entry. I will love you enough for both of us until I can't. March 13th. One day before D-Day. Emma's tears warped the ink. For the first time, she wondered, how many nights had Michael cried in this basement after I left for Jared's? The journal slipped from her hands, revealing a folded sticky note taped underneath. Violet's ballet recital, June 8th. Front row saved for you. Their daughter's first solo. 6 months ago. Emma had missed it. 1 year later. Emma clocks in at Sunny Acres Senior Living, her uniform stitched with activities coordinator. It pays $17.50 per hour. Her studio smells like instant ramen and lavender, the cheap candle she burns to mask it. But when 87-year-old Martha grips her hand during bingo and whispers, "You remind me of my granddaughter?" it almost fills the hollow. On Sundays, she sits 3 blocks from Michael's house watching Violet ride bikes with Daniel's kids. Never approaching. Just remembering. Today, Violet looks up. Waves hesitantly. Emma's breath catches. Until Daniel steps onto the porch, smiling at her daughter like she's his own. The knife twists. But here's the thing about rock bottom. It makes a damn good foundation. Emma walks home, drafting an email. Dear Violet, if you're ever curious about why I left. She deletes it. Starts over. Dear Violet, I heard you got straight A's. The cursor blinks. A chance to rebuild one honest word at a time.